Hi, my name is Patty and I'm doing a baking challenge. I release a video every Friday. Welcome to this week's video. Now, let's find out what I'm baking this week. Hey guys, welcome to another video. So today is the last day of this baking challenge. We're going to make the St Honore cake. This is a cake that was created in honor of the patron of bakers, St Honore. I've never made it. I knew of it before, but I've never made it. It's composed of a few different things, so it's going to take a while to make it. So first we are going to start by making a shortcrust pastry, which is going to be the bottom layer. Some versions use shortcrust, some versions use puff pastry. We are going to use shortcrust because I think it has enough of a flake for it. And then we are going to make a choux pastry, so basically the pastry that is used for profiteroles. And we are going to make a ring out of choux and also some profiteroles. We are also going to make pastry cream, and then we are going to turn that pastry cream into Chiboust, which is basically pastry cream and then a meringue and also some gelatine. And we are also going to make a caramel that we are going to use on our profiteroles. The Chiboust is going to be used to fill the cake inside and also as a filling for the profiteroles. So as I said, I saw different recipes of the cake and I tried to follow the original or the closest I could get to the original. But one thing that I'm going to be doing different is the profiteroles, because I read that the original one didn't have a filling in the profiteroles. I don't want to make empty profiteroles, just the dough. So I'm going to fill the profiteroles, and that's what usually is done nowadays. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's going to go well. Yeah, wish me luck. Let's do this. Let's start by making our short crust. So for our short crusts, we are going to need flour, salt, sugar, sift it and stir, 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of water. In total I have 65 grams total of egg and water. You could use only water. Now that the flour mixture is stirred, I can add the butter, which is unsalted and cut into pieces. This is cold butter. Toss the butter in the flour, and then I'm gonna start pressing it. My fingers. We have pea-sized or lentil-sized pieces of butter. Tossing it and pressing it. We'll try to be quick so that the butter doesn't get very soft. The short crust pastry is also called pâte brisée. And now we are going to make a well in the center, and we are going to start adding our liquid. I'm not going to add everything at once because I'm only going to add enough for it to form a ball. I'm gonna add a bit more. Let's see if this is enough to form a ball. We don't want this dough to be very wet, so we need to control the liquids. And now I was able to clean the bowl, and now I'm going to wrap it in plastic and put it in the fridge for at least half an hour. Gonna press it down. Gonna give it some shape. The fridge. It's been 30 minutes. Let's roll out the dough. We won't need all of this dough. Okay, so we'll need to cut a 20 centimeter round. I'll do something else with that. I'm gonna transfer this here. There it is. I'm going to duck it with a fork. Refrigerate for an hour. It's time to make the choux pastry, so I have here some milk. I'm going to add some sugar. And butter. I'm going to take this to the stove and warm it up until it boils, and then immediately take off the heat to add flour. It's boiling, take off the heat and add all flour at once and mix it. Now we're going to take this back to heat and stir for like a minute so it dries out and a film forms at the bottom of the pan. So we kept stirring it. There's a film at the base of the pan. Now we wait like 5 minutes before we add the eggs. 5-10 minutes so that the dough is not too hot for the eggs. Put everything here and I'm just gonna mix it for a few seconds so it's even colder. Just a few seconds so that it's colder. Okay, we can start adding the eggs. So I'm gonna add the eggs kind of one by one. Let's check it, and seems a bit thick, but I'm just gonna scrape this. Yeah, it's too thick. It should form a V at the base and be glossy and flowy. So a little bit more. It's glossier now. Let's check it now. Yes, it's flowing much better. I think this is good. Let me show you, like so. So I have here a piping bag with this tip. I'm going to fill it with the choux pastry. So now I'm going to get the shortcrust pastry. So now we need to pipe a border of choux and then a center here. Good to use as a guideline. This is just a guide, so it helps me to know the size. Let's pipe this all around. That's it. And now here in the center, okay, with your finger in a little bit of water to help smooth this. Now we need to pipe some profiteroles. Let's glue this down. Water. We'll bake these ones and the pastry before, and then I have some left over if I need to do something different. I'm just going to add some egg wash here. This was left over from earlier. My oven is preheated at 180 degrees Celsius. I'm going to add this and the profiteroles. Let's take this out of the oven. I don't think the choux can take any more. These ones as well. Let's leave them to cool a little bit, and I'm going to pipe some more. Let's start making our pastry cream. For the pastry cream, I have here milk. I'm going to warm the milk up and I'm going to prepare the vanilla. Let's cut this open to remove all the seeds. I'm going to add these seeds to the milk. And I'm also going to add this vanilla bean. We also made one gelatin sheet and it needs to be in cold water for 10 minutes. So it's very soft and it melts into our pastry cream in the end. Now to the egg whites, I need to add some cornstarch and some sugar. We're gonna add the cornstarch here and sugar and mix them all together first. Okay, this is ready for the milk. It needs to be slowly so we don't scramble the eggs. Okay, so now let's transfer it back here and back to heat until it boils, and then we'll let it boil for 1 to 2 minutes. Much thicker now. The second batch is baked. Gonna transfer this here and sift it to remove any possible lumps. This looks not a lot and really thick. We need to add the gelatin. Perhaps I should have added it before I sifted it. Let's set this aside at room temperature. Some water and sugar for a syrup. Let the syrup cook until it gets to 112 to 116 degrees Celsius, and then we'll add it to the egg whites. Let's start whipping slowly at first. Let's add the sugar now. The sugar has reached the temperature, so I'm going to pour it in. We need it to get to stiff peaks. It's almost there. A bit more. Meringue is done. Gonna transfer the pastry cream in here. I forgot that I needed room to add the meringue. So this first one can be done like this. I think this pastry cream is not the best. No, I need to make another pastry cream because this one is definitely grainy. So I'm going to do it again, and then I'm going to use this meringue in the rest to lighten it up, because it's a lot of meringue for the amounts of pastry cream. Okay, so here is a second pastry cream, exactly the same process and recipe. Here it is. I'm going to add the gelatin now, squeeze it. and hopefully it will dissolve better. I think I should have done this earlier because the pastry cream was too cold when I added the gelatin, so it wasn't properly dissolved. I'm also doing some caramel, just dry caramel on the stove and let it melt, and it's getting pretty dark, so I need to be careful because it gets bitter when it's too dark. I'm not even stirring it, just shaking it. Okay, let's transfer this to another bowl. I sifted it, but it didn't look like it had lumps. Yeah, this one is looking much better. And now I'm gonna add the meringue. So maybe I should have made a bit more, but I'm gonna leave it like this, and if I need more filling I can do some chantilly cream, which is what many of the recipes use. Okay, I think this is enough. Don't want to over mix. The caramel is also done. A bit darker than I wanted, but it is what it is. Okay, let's fill some profiteroles. Make a little hole below. No, I need to warm it up again. Let's add a thin layer here. I don't think I will have enough to do what I want. I'm gonna spread it here, and then I'll have to do a chantilly cream for the rest. This looks good now, so let's try it. I need to make the chantilly because this is not gonna be enough. So I'm going to add the chantilly on top. I'm gonna use the Shandy Fix powdered sugar. And add some vanilla. Let's fill the piping bag. Let's try to do the tip. Forgot something. I need another one to add here. Let's slice it. One slice. Let's try it. Let's try it. Lots of chantilly. The short crust is nice. Not the easiest to eat. Let me try the profiterole. Caramel is very crunchy. It's a nice choux pastry. Tastes good. The only thing is I don't think this is worth all the trouble, because I would rather just eat like the profiteroles rather than have like this and this and this. I'd rather have like one of it. I don't think it's easy to eat, and it's unnecessary. You have to make two types of pastry. You have short crust, and then you have to make the choux, and then you have to make the Chiboust, and then the caramel. It's a lot for one dessert, so I don't think it's easy or necessary. For the flavor, I'm not saying it's bad, it tastes good, but I don't think I'll make it again. Maybe the components separately. Okay, that's it. This challenge is now done. I really enjoyed making it. I'm going to keep doing videos, probably not every Friday, and subscribe so you have notifications about my videos. Okay, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.